I've been using Claude every day for the last year to run my YouTube agency, my content, my client work. Basically, my entire business runs through it. And most people paying $20 a month are using maybe 5% of what they are paying for. They open chat, ask a question, get an answer, and that's it. If I had to start from scratch today with everything I know now, I wouldn't waste months figuring it out the way I did. I would learn things in this exact order, and I will be dangerous within the next 20 minutes. Let me show you how. Good evening, Matt. Such a nice greeting, isn't it? So this is what you'll be able to see when you just launch your Claude account, or when you just launch Claude in general, and you'll be able to do a few things. Obviously, we'll start from the basic ones and then we'll progress into more advanced things. So obviously later on, I will show you how to use projects, what are artifacts, how to customize things, how to use skills, Claude design, Claude call, all these things in between as well. So let's start with just simple chat. This is pretty much the same thing that everyone is using, and this is obviously good enough if you are just asking questions, if you are on to go and you want a quick answer, you just write your prompt or write your question, and that's pretty much it. And even with this simple chat, you still can get artifacts, and artifacts can be many different things. So for example, here I have an animation. If I run it again, you can see it's not a perfect animation, but you know, I just wrote a prompt that it made this animation in like 1 minute or so. So this is what you can see. You can see animations, diagrams, charts, documents right in this chat here. So when you ask it to prepare a document, PDF, landing page, HTML file, you can see directly in the chat, you know, your result, whether it is something like a document or anything else. So obviously you can get all those things. These things are called artifacts here in Claude, but this is not the main point. Everyone knows how to use it. And for example, if you want something simple, you can just write, can you make a sample squeeze page for me that will give people 3-step formula to lose 10 pounds of fat in 90 days in exchange for their name and email address. So whenever you need a squeeze page or any document, you can just do it like I'm doing it here. So then it will prepare a squeeze page for us. So this is basically the process. You just write what you want to see, and this is pretty much it. Very simple. So now we will just wait for the result. We will get a squeeze page that later we can either publish, or we can just recreate it using certain frameworks, for example, system.io, Go High Level, ClickFunnels, Webflow, or any other framework or website builder that you might be using, or basically even hire a website developer to design this website for you, or even code it yourself with Claude Code. However, this will not be the perfect website, and you will need to bulletproof it later on. So either you need to know how to code yourself anyway, or you will need to hire someone else to do it for you. And obviously, while we are waiting for the squeeze page, I can show you how to pick models, and most people will know how to do it correctly, but there is also one model that I like the most, and it's not Fable as most people would guess. So here are a few models. We have Fable 5, Opus 4.8, Sonnet, Haiku, and obviously we have also other models here. I like to use Opus 4.6 on medium version because I see the right balance between how many credits it's costing me and also what is the output. I like the quality, it's good enough, and I just use it every single day. Obviously, some people like to chase the latest models, some people like Fable, Opus 4.8, but I will tell you this. Opus 4.6 on the medium level made me quite a lot of money already with my products. You can even check what are my products in the description. 80% of them are made with AI. They're just enhanced with my own experience, with my own knowledge. However, 80% of all the job is done with Opus 4.6 on a medium level. So obviously you can make it work even with this model. And as you can see here, this is already an artifact. So here we have the squeeze page. As you can see, the squeeze page looks very nice. There is quite a lot of elements here. So this looks good. And this is already an artifact. Then you can copy it and you can deploy it yourself, or you can publish an artifact, and when you publish it, then you can share it with other people, and the other people can also access this file, which is very handy in my opinion. So this is, let's say, the basic usage of Claude, right? This normal chat here, models, all this good stuff. And now let me show you probably the most powerful thing that you can do here on Claude. So this is basically projects, and projects, you can think about it as a folder where you store all your important information, you store all your client data or your frameworks, templates, everything that you want Claude to remember when you're using it again and again. And as you can see here, I have one project for myself where I have all information regarding my YouTube channel. So there is lifetime analytics. There is also how I record my content, what is important for my content, how to write scripts, how to write the titles, how to do all this good stuff. So I don't need to copy and paste all this document every single time. So as you can see, it's quite easy. Then if you need anything to do anything here, you just write here, and then obviously Claude will be using your project. It's the same for my clients, for example, you can see here, and also for a product that I'm selling right now, which is basically a daily buyer system that helps people with getting buyers every single day. Again, I have the document that I'm selling here. I uploaded this here in this project, so I can access it every single time, and it remembers everything I gave it. So obviously it saves me a lot of time, but also gives me better responses and better results down the line. So how to create a project is actually quite simple. You just click here, new project, then you add a name to your project, let's say test, what your project should be about. So for example, help me get more clients. Is just for you, it's not that important. And this is what you'll be able to see. You can see the name of your project, what is the purpose of this project, and here you upload your files. So this is very important. If you have any SOPs, and this is probably the most crucial part, if you have anything that is working for you right now, whether it's certain documents, PDFs, files, and you know that they are proven to work, for example, even analytics sometimes, you can upload those files here. You can also give Claude any information how it should respond to your content or how it should give you their answers. And you also need to add examples here. And this one thing will save you a lot of credits and will get you much better results. This is something that I'm actually selling right now, and it works very, very well for all of my clients. So then every time when you need to do something, for example, with this daily buyer system, you can just head back here and ask it to do the job for you, and it will give you answers based on those documents that you have here. So it's very, very important that you have good quality documents or knowledge here or experience, and you upload it here. So if you'd like to get my documents, obviously there's a link in the description where you can get them and create this system for yourself. As I just showed you, it takes a few minutes to create your project, and this is, in my opinion, one of the best ways how you can use Claude for better results and also make money faster with your business, whatever you are doing right now. Then the next part is actually how you can connect your whole business to Claude. So when you click settings, here you can see connectors. So you can connect your tools that you are using. So for example, for me, it's Google Drive. I use it a lot, so I connected it here. vidIQ, you can use it as well. This is something that I use quite often. GitHub, I don't use it, but you can connect it. Gmail, if you wanted to have access to your emails, also great thing. If you have a lot of meetings, then you want to use Google Calendar as well. And there are obviously a lot of connectors where you can even add your own custom connectors, but you can see there's quite a lot of them. Microsoft 365, Notion, Superhuman, we have Chavex, we have Yogi. As you can see, there is a lot of things. There is Miro, if you are using Miro right now, Adobe for creativity, Recent, Microsoft Learn, Lucid, Airtable, Trello. So as you can see, there is a lot of them, really a lot of them. So this is how you can add connectors. So whatever tool you are using right now, you can always connect them to Claude, and Claude will learn from those files or basically do the work for you. If you want to automate the whole process, like for example, you wanted to check your emails and let you know every day if there is something important, it can do it for you. The same with calendar, so there's a lot of things that you can do here. Obviously, you can see that I'm not using that many connectors, but there are quite a lot of options depending on what you're using for your business. Now, there is also a desktop version, and it looks pretty much the same. And obviously, the difference between the web version and desktop version is, for example, with desktop version, we have Claude Cowork that is not available with the web version, but the difference is not that huge anyway. Cowork is great if you want to share things with your team members or with your team overall, but you don't need desktop version. To be honest, I use web version for the most of the time, but still I want to show you how to use desktop version if you'd like to have something directly on your computer, because it is very helpful if you are storing files on your computer. Since I'm using Google Docs for pretty much everything and I run most of my business through Google Docs, I don't need it that much. But if you have files that are stored directly on your computer, then using desktop version makes a lot of sense. Here, it can do a lot of things for you. You can organize your files, it can edit them. So for example, you have a file that, there are some changes and you need to do it. It can access the file, edit the file, or remove the file. So a lot of things around editing or creating new files as well. But this is not something that I particularly use. Most of my business, I mentioned, is just in cloud, so it's not an option for me, but for many people it will be a very good option. Now, there is something also very important that most people forget about, and it's Claude Skills. So when you click here on customize, whether it's the desktop version or web version, you'll be able to see obviously connectors, but also skills. So skills help you do certain things, but you can also create your own skills. So obviously when you click browse, you'll be able to see skills that are made by Anthropic, or they are just basically approved, so you can just, use them. There are not that many of them, but what I want you to use is basically skill creator, and based on that you can create your own skills, and this is super powerful. I will show you how to combine it with projects, so then you will be really strong, and your content or your business will be much better. So here I have all the skills, right? You can see that I have a few skills that I made myself. For example, I made this LTO Master, which is basically a skill that helps me creating low-ticket products for me and for my clients as well. And then also the YouTube video system that helps me with creating videos, writing titles, finding thumbnails, scripts, all this kind of stuff. And now let me show you the real magic. So when you have your project, let's say the daily buyer system, right? Here in this project, you can create a skill based on all these documents and all this data here. So you click / and here you can pick a skill. For example, you can see skill creator, LTO mastery, stuff like that. So pay attention. When you created your project, now I want you to say something like using, and then you pick a skill. So using skill creator, I want you to create a skill based on this project. This skill should help me with creating offers that are designed to sell in the next 72 hours. So this is an example of a skill, right? When you write it and you use all these documents, then it will create a skill. Make sure to use all documents that are included in this project for the best results. And this is how you create skills, right? This is how I made my skills, for example, for YouTube, and also for creating those daily buyer systems, or basically offers. And then when you have a skill, you can just write it. You can just write another prompt. So using, and now we have, for example, LTO Mastery, which helps us with creating those offers that are selling very fast. Create an offer for a, let's say, health coach that is helping people lose 10 pounds of weight in 90 days or less. And this is how you can create now all these let's say offers. So when you hit OK, now we'll start creating your offer, and it will be much better than anything you can imagine, because first your project is preloaded with data that is proven to work. Obviously, as I mentioned, you need to have the right quality document, so make sure to get my documents from the description. And then when you create this project and you create this skill, now will help you with creating a very good offers that are designed to work and will make people buy in the next 72 hours. So here we have the offer instruction, and here we have it. So we have phase 1, which is offer extraction, which is basically what we should sell. Then obviously we have phase 2, which is the product structure. So what we should do, what is the problem, what is the solution overview, and step-by-step implementation. As you can see, this is perfect. So basically how to create this product and how to deliver it. Then obviously we have supporting materials, and then we also have sales copy. So you have everything in one place. And this is exactly how the daily buyer system works. And here we also have ad copy. So with this one prompt, with this one system, you get pretty much everything, right? We, in a matter of seconds, because of this quality data, we have offer, we have how to deliver it, we have sales page copy, then we also have ads, then we have order bumps, and then we also have, hooks for our ads, we have everything, and we also have the testing strategy for our ads. So you can see that with just one prompt, we have pretty much everything. And I will tell you this will already work better than whatever you would be doing by yourself if you have no experience. Obviously, you have experience, you know how to sell, you know how to create offers. It might not be better than your own experience, but this is based on my own experience from selling courses, digital products, services, high-ticket products, and everything in between. And this was exactly what helped me make over $200,000 in online sales. So now you have everything in one place. So this is perfect. And I highly recommend you to get the right quality data and then create your own skills. So right now, you see what is the most powerful part of Claude. Obviously, some people will say design and create animations. This is not that important, because animations, you know how it is. You can create those animations, they will be beautiful, but they don't get you more sales. And we are here to make more money, right? Whether it's for your client, whether it's to get more clients, sell digital products, get more people into your community, whatever that is. This is the most important part. We want to get clients, not just views. That's why I wanted to show you how to use Claude for getting more clients, not necessarily to get more views that are pointless. Because obviously you can use Claude for designing your animations and also to code things. And obviously there are other things you can use Claude for, but I want to show you the most important things that are actually moving needle in the business and are actually making money, not necessarily just fluff that is, designed to just get you views or something. As I mentioned, you can design anything with Claude. Here is, for example, a squeeze page or basically a qualification. So if you want to create a qualification form, you can do it here as well. And then you have all these questions, right? So to create something like that, it's quite easy. You can just pick whatever you want to create. So for example, you want to create a quiz or survey. And then it will ask you a few questions, what it should be about. You answer those questions. Again, what are the goals of this qualification form and what should be the last step. It will show you the whole plan and then it will create this form for you. So now we just pick all the answers, all in, ready to go. Yes, and I got results, structured, I meal prep 4 times per week, 7 hours, whatever, accountability. Okay, so now you see you're a great fit, DM me 90-day plan to get started. This is perfect. This is very easy. Obviously, you would like to share it with someone from your team, for example, you could publish it as artifact, and then you can directly share this artifact with other people. So this is how you can share your things with other people, right? You just click this button, you will get a link, and this link is shareable, so you can share it with your team, or maybe with designers or whoever you are working with. So this is the most important part of Claude. In my opinion, this is all you need to make good money online, to automate your business. Obviously, there are other things, but I just wanted to show you the most important part. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment what you would like to see next or what you need help with. And obviously, if you would like to get my daily buyer system, there is a link in the description where you can get it right now. And if you'd like to see the full prompting guide from beginner to advanced, make sure to watch this video you can see on the screen right now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.